Welcome back. I'm Kim Bailey. This is Floral Art Online, and this that you're watching is the Make It Floral workshop series. It's a reflection of 20 workshops that I run that show you different sorts of techniques that come from floral art or come from craft and can be adapted for floral art and floral design, things that you can do regardless of the level of your expertise. Today's workshop is about bookmarks, and we're going to make two different types of bookmarks so that you can think about whether you might be giving a book as a gift and would like to have a bookmark that is part of that presentation, or just simply something that you can use for yourself. Let's get started. Now, the first bookmark uses a simple amount. It's just simply wire, manipulating some wire and then decorating that wire. So I've got here some aluminium decorative wire. You can get it in loads of colours. I think you can buy it in craft shops as well as the floristry supply places. Just need a length that is long enough for your book. Around the other way so you don't get distracted by the title. So long enough for your book, with about half again or 2/3 again as overhang, and that's going to be our decorative area. So obviously you straighten out the wire, and you can do that just running it along the edge of a table. She said putting a foot on the table so it doesn't move. So we've got the straight part ready for the book, and then either end it's just a matter of making a spiral. So I always start with the pliers and then just twist them around the head of the pliers, the long nose pliers, and then once I've got that start I can just do it with my fingers. Now I would suggest that you roll it tight or as loose as you like. Measure it against your book, and I would suggest, for my part, I like the top to be bigger than the bottom. Same on the other side. Now the biggest question I had in a recent workshop was, do the spirals have to go opposite ways? Doesn't really matter. It's up to you how you like it. And just keep measuring against your book. That's probably enough either end for the book. And then it's just a matter of decorating the two ends. So we're going to use some gum nuts today, and we're just going to glue the gum nuts on. Now if you were giving a book, I think it's quite a nice idea to give a bookmark with it. It might, if you've got these presentation ones that we're doing, it might just mean that you don't have to wrap it necessarily, because if you give it the book itself with the lovely bookmark, that would be an interesting way for people to get their gift. So what I'm doing, I know you can't see as clearly as I would like, but I'm just measuring the gum nuts on this spiral. What the spiral does obviously is gives us a base to glue things onto. So we could put anything on it. You could put dried flowers, the other dried plant material. Just a bit of glue on that surface. Load them on, and we'll let them dry while we're making the other one. And what I might do is actually I might not decorate the other end. I think it looks quite interesting just having the one end decorated. And so that's our very simple technique for the first bookmark. And you can see if you were giving them the book as a gift, you would put it into the book and then just present it like that. All right, let us get on to the second method of a bookmark. Our second bookmark is based on ribbon. So I'll just show you how you measure the ribbon length, because this is a particular, it used to be, we used to call it in the old days when we did wiring of the flowers, a prayer book decoration. So perhaps you've got a wedding coming up, or a christening, or a confirmation, or something else like that. So what we want to do is measure the length of the ribbon with the book, put your ribbon into the book, and then bring it back over so that you've got, so it comes down to about 3/4 of the length of the book, and that's the length that you will need. And then we'll just tidy up those ends so that they're nice and decorative. And the way it works is that this part is the base for your presentation. So this is where we're going to put on our plant material. And I would take it out of the book to do it so we don't damage the book. Just remember which side is up. So most ribbon has a matte side and a shiny side. This is a satin ribbon. So I'm going to put it on the matte side. It's just a personal choice. And we're just going to glue on some material. Now the way you glue it on, remember that your distance is the overhang on the book is about that much distance. So you might want to keep the book close by just to make sure that, or mark it with a pencil or something, just make sure you don't go too far over so that you've got the overhang sitting nicely on the book. And we do it the same as we would do a corsage. So it's taking the plant material one direction and another. Now I'm just using the lavender here. I'm going to place it first so that I know that I've got the right amount of material and I've got it in the areas that I want it, and then I will glue it. You could join it with wire, you could join it with ribbon, you can do it with cable ties. Join the two opposing ends with cable ties in the centre, and then just put a little bit of ribbon around it or some other decoration to hide where you've put the cable ties in. And I'm going to use some rice flowers. Now I've chosen the rice flowers, even though they're quite dry now, because they reflect the colour of the ribbon. So just think about your colours, the colour of the book cover, the colour of the ribbon, the colour of anything else that you might be adding to it. The beauty of this is that the lavender will dry and give you that little bit of aroma, so it just adds another dimension to the gift that you're giving. I'm just going to weave that through so it looks a little bit fuller. All right, now we can glue. Just hold it down till it settles. Put a bit extra on that one so that I can get the rice flowers onto that without adding too much more glue, because I don't want a big heavy section of glue on the finished product. Now, so there we have our decoration on our bookmark, and then once it's dry, obviously, we just place it on and slip the rest of the ribbon through. And there we have our presentation bookmark. And the other one that we made. And that's our 2 simple techniques for decorating a book that you might be giving as a gift. I'm Kim Bailey. This is Floral Art Online, the Make It Floral Workshop series.